Hey everybody, it's been a while since I made a video. I just had to run a first little file since I rebuilt the rails on the gantry. You saw previous videos where I had already fabricated this part, drilled and tapped it, not really fabricated it, but now I've got it, welded to the gantry. Got the new carriage. You saw some of that being built too when I was playing around with some of the newfangled wizards. But the carriage is really sweet. I splurged a little bit and went and got me a 570 ounce motor to run up here on the Y. Carrying quite a bit of weight when it's got the router there, but hopefully very soon we'll have the plasma set up ready for it. But everything's rolling really smooth. It just went together really good. Took a while to do it. I'm using this machine to build it with. These old disaster casters. I limped through the process of making all these parts here, the carriage, the mounts, all this. I milled all that here on the machine. And you couldn't even, anyways, I limped through it, got it done, and this is the first file I decided to play with since I put it back together today. I've made a little modification for my air. The valve isn't working too good here. I can't turn it all the way off, so I'm going to swap that valve out for something a little different. But that's for air or liquid or whatever I want to pump through it at the time. So once I have my water table in here, I would be able to circulate some other type of liquid in it. If I needed to. I was going to do extensive milling, and I'm going to start making new carriages for these because I'm going to do something very similar with these rails. Yep. I use the same scenario, probably a wider piece of flat bar, and instead of going to a bigger piece of tubing, when I'm getting a little bit of sag right now in the middle on this rail when the gantry's in the middle, so I'm sure the 1/2 inch cold roll will take care of that in this short of a span, a little over 5 foot, so we're hoping that'll work out okay. And we're going to make a little bit different style carriage, probably a little bit wider, to take the place of all this, and we're going to change the elevation of this beam. I think I'm going to drop it down here flush. I'll be dropping it down about 2.5 inches from where it is. Get it below this 2x4 tube in here. This tube in here represents nothing but the downdraft, so it's all cut into this. But since I'm not getting the circulation I want right now, the fans are being limited by factors that I obviously missed in my calculations. Did good all the way up to the entry point. So we're probably going to drop these down lower and get some, or bend some C-channel, 16 gauge or something, and open this up as wide as I can. Might take this and flip it the other way and turn it in for in so the rail's still at the top, just so that I can put my carriage on this side, which will give me even more room in between for the duct. And basically that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to try to open this up as much as I can. so I can get some more vacuum coming through it. Like I said, everything works really good up to a certain point, but I figured it would draw pretty good. I had me a big old hole cut in there. It's as big as my little collector box here. But then it goes into a 2x4 hole. So, yeah, not bright. So, when I noticed that, the first thing I did to help alleviate it was to run some 3-inch duct here all the way from the back and back into the top of the main collector box down here up under the table. So that just runs from there back to the back, and I figured, well, that would give it 6 more inches of relief, but it's not drafting very well from, I guess, my point of entry. I don't know anything about HVAC work. Maybe somebody can tell me what I need to do with that one of these days. I'll open up the end cap and put it in the video and see what I can do to make that draw more towards these little 3-inch ones in the back. But anyway, here it is, guys. Finally got it back together. It's been a while. Had a lot of things go on. I whacked my finger at work. That was pretty good. So it's all taken care of now. It's all good. Oh, as we cut this little 40s Willys file here. I guess I missed my centering by about a 1/16. It was, anyways, or when I scaled it, it missed something. It's longer than what it should have been, according to how I scaled it. Maybe I didn't take account for something. It's still a learning experience. I have piped in the air line for it. I'm gonna do something different with that black hose. Yeah, just maybe make a bracket and screw a little bracket here, you know, that I can control it better, you know, get it where I want it to go instead of where it wants to go. So we drilled a 1/2 or 9/16 hole in here and put this guy in here, and we're gonna get a better valve, like I said, but right now we'll pull it through it either way. But it's really working good. I also have worked on the torch mount itself. I'll say worked on it. I drilled the mounting holes for it on both sides, and I've also got mating holes already behind where the router is now. It'll bolt up. So we're getting closer all the time. I'm ready to cut some steel. I'm ready to see some sparks. Aluminum slivers you can't get out with a magnet. That's different for me anyhow. But like I said, we've got 2 more big carriages to make, and so it's going to be a big big plate gusset coming up. It's going to be taller than the height of this now, because this will be down several more inches. And I'm still debating whether to go ahead and grab me 2 more of these 570 ounce motors, because boy, that thing's not even warm. This one scalds you. And this is a 3.5 amp motor with a super low, whatever the other rating is for it, but it doesn't seem to have near the kahunas as my little 370 ounce motors have. I've swapped them around and played with them, and anyways, these have the set resistors in them, and they're still scalding hot. The charge pump says it's working, and UC100. And this motor is just as cool as it can be. Like it hadn't done anything. I didn't put a resistor in it. I just wired it up yesterday, and came in the mail Friday, or day before yesterday, but unfortunately, yesterday I had things to do with the family and all, which was a wonderful getting together for us. All the adults without the kids, that was kind of different. It was quiet. But there you have it, guys. I'll be doing some more videos once I get doing a little bit more. I've got to design what I'm going to do exactly for my duct system first. Once I make a commitment to what I can do to that to improve it at least 40% from where it is now. Doubling it, you think would be 100% improvement, but size is everything. I did all kind of calculations and figured it from there to there. Got all nice big 10-inch duct coming out of a 15-inch box, or about 17-inch box, I'm sorry. It's coming out of a 14-inch fan. And it will move some air. This hose right here that you see, this corrugated, well, I think it's 25 foot long. You just don't want to be in the way when you turn it on. If I have my little doors open on my collectors, or I'll be putting some filters in there to catch the particles so they don't mess up the fan blades. That's the general idea there. This thing will take off. I mean, it's like a snake coming after you. Before I had the control panel all mounted on the back, I had this was all open back here. I didn't have any of this tubing down here around the bottom either. And I turned that joker on, and it pushed me up against the wall. I mean, it wrapped around me, and it went straight to the wall in the back. Started climbing it. It was quick. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I will be making some more videos in the future. I am fixing to dabble in some Mach 4. So I haven't gone there yet, but I know they have a breakout board now for it, and it's all supposed to be sweet. I'm all for moving up. I'm running Windows 8 PC now on Mach 3, and you ought to see the speed on the processor. It's 996.